Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of my garage, where I'm down here at the Junkyard, and I've changed a few of my settings. We now have 8 cars in the Junkyard, and I've bought this NIV, and I want to do a bit of a challenge. We're stuck here at the Junkyard, and all its lovely bad frame rate, with only these tools you see in front of us. One backpack's worth of things. We've got a jerry can of fuel, the toolbox of course, a box of spark plugs, 2 coolant, 2 oil, a battery, and 2 jack stands. I may also pick up some brake fluid as well. I'm not sure if actually, yeah, we're going to need brake fluid as well. But other than fluids and the parts you see here, we're not allowed to buy anything else new. We have to buy absolutely everything from the Junkyard to get this car running again. Until then, we can't leave. We're trapped here. We can sleep in the car, which is a bonus, but we are missing quite a bit. As for the engine, as you can see, it's not looking great. The car doesn't have to be in perfect condition, nor does it have to be fully complete. It just has to be drivable. It has to get us back to the garage. First thing I'm going to do is see if I can get this front end up. That was rather weird. Let's see, we're missing everything. We're missing everything. Absolutely everything. So what I'm going to do is stick the toolbox in the bag, and we're going to head into the Junkyard. I have had a look in this Junkyard before this episode, and there's one NIV, which is unfortunate. The Junkyard looks very bare without all the cars in here, but I think the NIV is the only inline 4 that's here. There's a couple of motorbikes here, plenty of parts lying on the ground. There's a few of these. I've not done any motorbikes yet, but this here is the only one that is here. And it looks like there's a few bits that we're going to need. Spring we will need. Let's drop the backpack out, grab the spanner because I need a wheel. Is there a wheel that's particularly better? This one looks okay. Let's see, there's a driver's seat, so we'll grab that. It's not very pretty, but it is a driver's seat. I can find the bolt at the back here. Here it is. Might take this door as well, actually. That disappeared. I don't know if that purchased that or not. I'm going to be upset if it didn't. It did. That's okay.
Oi, bring me beer next time.
I will actually go ahead and take this door because we're missing a driver's side door off of our car. Not needed, but it's there, so we'll just drop that there. Buy that. There's not really anything here that's of much use to me. Everything is broken. It's not ideal, but take that. I don't think I have one of those. I don't think I have one of those either, so take it. Some of the parts I buy are of no use to me, but that's okay. Try and get these brake lines. I mean, of course I could just buy the whole car, but that seems pointless. Yeah, the brake line has fallen. I don't know if I need anything else from there. I do need the dash. So we'll grab that. That'll be a screwdriver to remove that. I'd say the dash is damaged, but again, we don't have one, so... And this one has the dials, at least. Where are these screws? As for engine parts, the alternator there looks quite good. I don't know if ours is dead or not, so I will pinch that. And we do have a steering wheel. We don't have pedals though, which could be a problem. Well, let's go and see what we've got past Mr. Shouty over here. Oh, he didn't say anything to us this time. Well, let's start by putting on the bits that we did get there. Ever important seat. Could be done with a ramp there. There we are. We now have a seat. We'll do the same with the dashboard. Interior is not important at all, but when we do eventually get the car going, it would be good to see how fast we're going and the likes. How am I going to get this? Seen them. There's one. There's the other. Let's see here. Here we actually don't have an alternator, so that was a good guess there. I might reduce the number of cars in the junkyard back down to 6. That's what I had it before this episode. It just might mean that we have more sleep cycles. It fixes this dodgy frame rate. There we are. It's not pretty, but it has all its doors now. Let's take this off for now. We'll just leave that over there. We're missing everything. Is that not gonna fall off there? This part, if I can grab it. Right, that part's good. That part we have in here. Oh, that fell off now. making the car worse. Let's throw this wheel over here. Actually looks like quite a good wheel. Let's go back inside and grab some more parts off that NIV, and I'll bring you guys back when we have more parts to put on the car. Okay, so I did get a few bits, not as many as I'd like, but a couple pieces. And we'll just drop that over there. I'll show you what we've got over here. I did pick up the camshaft and the timing belt. Two very important bits, but we don't have a timing cover yet. Not a timing cover, a rocker cover. Which is okay. As for underneath, I did get a transfer box and drive shaft, so we'll get those put in just now. Just like so, and one drive shaft. Of course, we can only connect the drive shaft on one side because we don't have a rear diff, so we're not going anywhere in a hurry, that's for sure. As for everything up here, it's all missing. I'll grab a few more parts and we'll see how we get on. Oh, okay, so I just went and picked up a front diff, which of course goes in just there. We're missing the front drive shaft, but that's one of those things. We'll just have to keep an eye out for that. I also picked up these two half shafts, so they'll go one on either side here. I think we've pretty much exhausted everything the Junkyard has to offer from that particular car. I was tempted to buy the whole thing and just use it as a parts cover. There's not enough usable parts on it. It's actually arguably in worse condition than this one. There we are. As for this, some of it's good, some of it not so much. The Junkyard will of course be closing soon. See, we do have a hub carrier. I think it will eventually go there, but we don't have the parts to attach it to yet. Brake disc looks very thin on that one, in my opinion. And again, looks very thin on that one too. Let's grab at this camshaft. I'm also going to take this away from here. We'll stick it at the back somewhere just now, because I can. We have a camshaft to remove here. I've reduced the Junkyard spawn amount back down to 6, just to help with the frame rate a little bit. There is an awful lot of parts that are spawned in at the Junkyard, and my PC is about 1 million years old, so I don't think it's a bad thing to have a few less for this particular challenge. The timing chain out of the way. Our new one in place. This car is going to be an absolute plug, but it just needs to get us back to the garage. as the junkyard closed. Of course, all the items stay spawned in it, so we won't get any better frame rate while that's there. There we are, one timing chain. I could put the battery in just now, but I don't see the point in doing that. Because even if the engine could run, which it can't just now, even if it could, it would just overheat. So, and we're not going anywhere, not without a front end. I did get extra, but I'm going to basically take all the brake calipers I can get until I have enough brake pads. I suppose I could put this in place. It won't stay there, but it can be in place. But I'll skip tonight, spawn in another junkyard, and we'll see what that day offers us. If there's no inline fours, I'll do it again, and I'll bring you guys back when we have the next car to salvage from. Okay, so I spent 5 or 6 days cycling through the day-night cycle and put the junkyard spawn rate up to 14, which is the maximum. Bought a heap of parts, and now I've set it to 0, so the junkyard doesn't have any cars that spawn in here just now, just purely for the frame rate. We will put it back on because we don't have all the parts, but we did get a fair chunk of them. Some parts didn't know if I needed or not, so I got them anyway. But some parts we definitely did need. Let's put the top of the engine on. Quite an important component. I did get a fair chunk of engine components, not all of the ones I need. I also got some suspension parts. Again, very much not all of the ones that I need. Another bolt back here. There we are. And I got another seat. That seat's a bit tatty. I found a seat that's in good condition, even as far as getting a new light. Pedals. They'll do things if I don't put them in. Still don't have a brake servo. That's not where that belongs. But when I have pedals, that's one step closer. There was many steps yet to be made. See, I did get an exhaust manifold. I don't know if I need that part. No, I don't. It's the one part I don't need, actually. Drop that down there. In amongst here, there is a bottom arm, as it auto-saves. I did get one bottom arm here. Just put that in. It's supposed to go right here. Side I took. Oh no, it's not actually. It's this side I took it from, isn't it? No, it's just not for having it. Could be because of the. Oh, there, sir. It's actually an upper arm, but an upper arm is still an arm. I think this is the only arm we managed to get. I bought a flywheel for no particular reason, and a radio, again, for no real reason. Did get an arm for down here though. Which means I can put this part on. And brake disc on. We're still missing suspension there, but it's a little bit better. Let's see what else I have here. More hubs. I did get this. It is a rear diff for this car. It's obviously in ridiculously bad condition, but it is for this car. I don't need that because I've got one on the car. Got so many hubs. I've just been buying all of the hubs. I don't know if I need a flywheel or not, but it was in good condition, so I took it. I did get a water pump though. The water pump in this car is not looking too good. Take that off and add it to my pile. And where did I put the water pump? Either way, the water pump fan as well. There we are. And if I can put my head in here, I did also get a new starter motor. I can find the other bolt. There it is. That's not it. That is it. Give me. Did get a new starter motor. It's in here somewhere. There it is, right there. Some of the parts I bought are there, but they're hard to see, because of that seat. So I'll move that seat in just a second. Gearbox is not good. I'll get that seat out of the way because I found a radiator with a hose. Still missing a hose, but it has a hose. Missing the lower hose, but that's okay. We got a couple of track ends or tie rod ends. These were quite difficult to find. Every car I was looking at was absolute minced, with no front end on it. Front drive shaft. Should probably be doing this with the front jacked up, but not to worry. Can I squeeze in there? Nope. There we are. Now I actually have a functioning drive shaft. I can put this one on as well. This side's not as close to complete as the other side. I was getting there. I can pinch that crankshaft pulley from under there, because ours is not good. Fell off anyway. Add this to the scrap. Get that put back in place because that's where it belongs. Let's see. That's a front left caliper, so we'll put that on that side. This is a front right caliper, but is mincemeat, but has good pads in it. I did get a couple of brake lines, as you can see, and a fuel pump, because again, ours isn't good. The addition of a fuel line would imply that we have a fuel tank, which I haven't actually checked yet. Where did that go? That's there. Here we are. Of course, I got the spark plug wires there. I thought I had more parts in this. They get a new distributor. Because we don't have one. course, we've got a box of spark plugs over there, so we will change the spark plugs. Let's see, do we have a fuel tank? I'm gonna say no. That's a shame, but we did get a rear light for there, so there is that. That's definitely a thing. I don't know if it's a good thing, but it's a thing. I don't think I can really put much else on the car. Yeah, I could put the rear light on, I suppose. Easier to do when the car's not up in the air like this. There we are. I've also just been taking wheels as I see fit, because why not? Give. There we are. Put the radio in the car because it will do things. It's something. So as you can see, that we've added $1,000 to the car, and we've only spent about 300. So this is definitely the better way of doing this. Let's get these spark plugs sorted out. They're probably fine, but I'm going to change them anyway. I brought a box of 4 with me, so I know you can get spark plugs inside the junkyard, but this seemed like a better idea. Do need a new ignition coil though. I'm just dropping all these spark plugs into the engine bay at this point. And that one there. And we can put this on, but like I said, the ignition coil is pretty done for, so like I said, I got a fan belt, but the fan belt is dead. I'll put it on for the time being, but I don't hold much hope for that one. Let's grab the spanner and the battery. This car seems like it's in really bad shape. Can I put any of it back into shape? Would appear not. Now, although I have a grinder with me, I could get a new front end. I was very tempted to get a new front end. I don't have a welder, so can't do that. But I'm going to do another cycle of try to get some more parts, and I'll bring you guys back when hopefully we can get at least one of the wheels on, and hopefully a fuel tank. We'll see about getting a fuel tank, and see if we can get this car to start. Okay, so a few days have passed yet again, and I've got another little host of parts. I've put a few parts on the car. Again, I can't seem to remember what parts I need when I get in there, but obviously this is not one of them. Yeah, it's for the wrong side. Again, I have 2 extras of them. Yeah, I do. Cool. But I did get a brake master cylinder, which is very cool. Oh, dropped it. Always dropping things on this car. Tighten that up there and pop my head in here. get these two bolts under the dash. So we have a brake master cylinder, and luckily it has fluid in it, which is just outstanding. As for brakes, did get a brake caliper with decent looking pads on it. So we'll get that attached. I can get into it, of course. And of course we can put our first brake line on it as well. Just right there. This challenge is actually proven to be extremely difficult. Over on this side, as you can see, I got most of the suspension, but I don't have a steering knuckle. And I also bought another set of wheels. I've got about 300 wheels for this car at this point. We have front springs. In theory, we should be able to put a wheel on there. This one is for the wrong side, but we are missing a suspension arm for up the top, which isn't good. I don't need this anymore, actually. Go there. We've done the front wheels, so let's see if we can even put a wheel on here. It says we can. So we will, because we can. Alright, and it actually holds its own weight as well. I haven't even looked at the rear suspension yet, but that is quite a thing. And one of the things I wanted to check is if this engine has oil in it. Okay. Not actually showing me the dipstick, that's a bit concerning. I have no idea. Absolutely no idea. I think I just lost the dipstick as well. I did. Cool. Well, let's see if we can start it. I'm not expecting it to have any fuel in it, but that's a shock. It actually has a bit of fuel in it. It's very loud though. We'll turn that back off. So we actually officially have a running car. Does not drive. Point that out. It does not drive at all. Because it's missing wheels and a rear diff. I haven't put this on because I want to try and find a better one. I did find out that we had a fuel tank, by the way. But it's definitely an improvement to where it was. I could even pump that wheel up and then it would look even better. See if this one will even take air. If not, we've got plenty of spares. There we are. It's almost, if you look at it from this side, it looks almost right. If I look at it like that, it looks okay. Dirty, but okay. But unfortunately, that is where I'm going to end this episode for today, guys. Hopefully you have enjoyed it. And if you have, don't forget to hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, you can, of course, subscribe. And ring the bell notification as well. That way you get notified the next time I post one of these My Garage videos. There's not long left in this first season of My Garage. So if it's something you're enjoying, hit that bell notification. Drop me a comment. Let me know this is something that you want to see more of. And I will gladly do more of this game. I adore this game. It's one of my favourites. And come back for the next episode where we're hopefully going to be getting this car moving is the next goal. But it now runs.